So my name is Giulia Millanta, and this is Luna la Follia, Moon the Madness. Un'altra notte tempestosa, un'altra notte di peccato, io e te, la luna, il nostro amore mancato, testimone silenzioso che rimane a guardare uno specchio inopportuno che non si può evitare. Luna, portami via, luna strega, luna magica, luna alla follia, una parola sottovoce, un sogno scuro sfocato, è la fadenza dell'estate che lascia senza fiato delizia e croce, sulla schiena il sudore, le tue mani bruciate dalla fiamma che muore. Luna, portami via, luna strega, luna magica, luna alla follia. Senza inizio, senza fine, senza meta, senza nome, due sconosciuti senza volto, in viaggio chissà dove. Luna, portami via, luna strega, luna magica, luna alla follia. La follia.
Hello, it's no secret that Austin is a magnet for international talent. On today's ATX Music Talent Artist Showcase, we have an artist whose journey spans continents from Florence, Italy to the heart of Austin, Texas. Her music blends Mediterranean soul with Texas Americana. Her song crafting feels more like cinematic experiences than just simple performances. My name is Jonathan Clegg. Welcome to the ATX Music Talent Artist Showcase of Giulia Millanta. Giulia, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We had crossed paths, and I don't know if you remember, but shout out to Bobby G. Bobby G had an event in his house. And I was like, who's this cool lady in all black walking around with a guitar, you know? And I was busy with my 2-year-old at the time, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I was running around chasing her, but you played a killer set there. And then I've been seeing you all over social media. And then I got a chance to see you at Quacks.
Yeah.
With Natalie Price. Mm-hmm. And I forget the gentleman's name, but he was amazing.
Michael Fracasso.
Okay, and he's well known here, right? Or has been around for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just want everyone to get a chance to hear your story. You have a very interesting one. Whatever you want to say about it. I'm very curious to know how you came from Italy and made it over here. I believe you were
in a boat.
In a boat. I love it. Also, she's a comedian. She's very,
no, I'm not.
very, very funny. Everything I've seen you do, very, very charming and funny on stage. Lots of laughs at the last show. So. Yeah, you t-shirt designer, cook, author, multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter, film scorer, actress, maybe?
Sure.
All those things?
Sure.
Rounded
Moon
artist?
whisperer.
Yeah.
I don't know. See?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a little too much.
Yeah.
I don't think I...
Have you done many podcasts?
I have, yeah, over the years, for sure. But once you throw all of that at me, I'm like,
Oh, that's a lot.
okay, this is a lot. I don't want. So people don't get your expectations too high. That's the bottom line.
Well,
I really don't know anything. That's what Socrates used to say. Like the only thing I know is that I know nothing.
Well, you know music. You play great music.
Barely.
And I love the Italian. Hopefully we'll get some Italian songs out of you today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but how did your journey? How did you make it over here to Austin? It was Austin your first stop?
No, not really. I've been to several places, either as a tourist or I've never been a tourist, really. I've always liked to discover new places, and a few years back, this was 2011, 2012, my life was in Italy. I had a good life. I was, gigging and teaching in 2 schools, and I was getting a little restless. I needed something new, and I started, just looking around. I started visiting New York more often and San Francisco, and then I met people from here. And I came to visit. I stayed a little bit, then went back to Italy, came back, stayed a little longer, blah, blah, blah. And here I am. It's been 14 years.
Nice. Yeah, quite the difference.
Yes.
Yeah, Texans to Europe. That's quite the dichotomy. I'm from the San Francisco area, and I came out here to visit during COVID, and it was just like so wide open compared to the lockdown that we had in California. California was crazy lockdown, and people were playing music here and going out. You can actually be part of the community, and so we moved out here in 28 days, and so the music is what drew me here.
Right.
So I love that. I love the aspect, and then the food.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the food out here. It's as entertaining as trying to find new music. So you said you were teaching in Italy. Were you teaching music? Okay.
Voice lessons, music theory, like solfeggio, reading, all that stuff,
When did you first pick up music?
That's a very confusing question because I was never really formally trained. I did a little bit of conservatory for music theory and reading, like I could read in the 7 different keys.
Okay.
I forgot everything now, but and I've taken some opera lessons. I've taken some jazz lessons, but it was always like a little bit here, a little bit there, because my parents were not supportive of this.
They didn't play music?
They did.
They did, okay.
Both of them, but they were not supportive of me being too serious about music.
My dad's a great musician. He always told, I have 6 brothers, and I thought we could have been like the Jackson 5. But he didn't want to teach us music. He has to do the piano lessons, but he was like, music's going to ruin your life. And so he kind of hit it. And I always kind of had animosity about that because I'm so into it now that I wish I would have had that start as a young kid, because he started at 10, but I totally get that. A lot of musicians on here say that their parents...
Well, my father used to say, music is beautiful. My father was a beautiful guitar player. I mean, not virtuoso, but he had this powerful, very emotive voice. And he would sing and play guitar. My mom was a great pianist. But my dad used to say, music is so beautiful, and once you do it for a living, then you won't love it anymore. And I bought into that for a long, long time. And so my music education was never really supported by them. And so I did it on my own, depending on how much money I had saved, a little bit here, a little bit there. So it was never like, I wish, but I didn't go to the conservatory or to jazz college, whatever, and did the whole curriculum. It never happened that way. So I had to steal a little bit here and there.
What American music were you listening to as a young girl in Italy? Were you exposed to American music?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was exposed to whatever I could find in my parents' living room. So they had vinyl, and it was Pink Floyd, Dylan, John Baez, Simon and Garfunkel, Cat Stevens,
nice.
Jackson Brown. And then later, but there was a little bit of everything. And my father... he's the one who taught me how to play guitar. He taught me a few chords. And he had this little, excuse me.
Cedar fever.
Yay! I've been here long enough to get that little present. He had this little booklet, I can't remember the title, but with a bunch of traditional songs from the UK, from the US, with the tablature and the little diagrams. So that's how I learned chords. I would go, I would open the book and learn, like Scarborough Fair or English Country Garden or Streets of London. And there, like I think there was a James Taylor song on that book. They weren't traditional, but like kind of some standard songs. So that's kind of how I started. But
Did you ever pick up piano?
oh my gosh, my mom wanted me to learn piano, and at age 5, she got me a teacher. Oh God, she was so boring.
It's hard as a kid sitting down on the piano when you want to be outside and play. We just want to be outside playing sports or running around.
And nowadays, I have friends who teach, and their approach is completely different. Because as a kid, you just want to play, and you can play with music, but you gotta have a teacher that allows you to play, not just play the instrument, to be playful as you play. And this teacher was just so boring, poor thing. And so I started resenting it.
Yeah.
And now, I wish I had a much more solid foundation.
Do you ever pick it up now? Because I've noticed as a guitar player, the fretboard on the guitar is just like the piano keys, the black keys, the whole notes, whole notes, half notes, like just like the fret on the guitar. So I know that a lot of people when they're later in life have an easier time kind of picking up the piano after playing guitar.
Yeah, I mean, I have a piano. His name is Anthony. I name all my instruments. And I have it. I have him, and it's great. Every now and then I sit down and I can play chords, but I'm not a pianist. I would never play it in front of people. But I use it every now and then to write or to just, like croon.
I think I saw you playing stand-up bass.
Yes.
You play that?
Play is an overstatement. Yeah. I just put my hands on Lorenzo. That's my upright bass.
Nice. What's the guitar's name?
Oh, well, the one I'm going to play today is Penelope.
Nice.
And I have Erica, Veronica, Martha Hari.
That's awesome.
Filippo is my uke.
Okay.
So there are several different ones.
Nice. Do you write visually? Like I mentioned in the intro, your music is very cinematic. And I like to when I was picturing you and your music, I was like, oh, this is the Italian side of you, the dramatic. I went to film school, so I'm thinking of like the Italian films that I used to be taught in class and all that stuff. So it kind of what comes in my mind when I hear some of your songs, just like I said, very cinematic. So I was just wondering if you write melody, words first, if you write the music first, or is it just whatever happens, happens?
Yes, exactly that. It's usually all of it at once, but there's no rule. Like usually if there's something, I have a concept or an idea or an image, I use images a lot.
Yeah.
That's how my brain works. My memory is very photographic, so I have a bunch of pictures in my head. So maybe that's why you call my music cinematic. I haven't thought about it, but that's kind of how my brain operates. And usually if I sit there, guitar, piano, whatever that is, it's I play around with a chord progression and there's a melody, but there's usually some words already attached to the melody, and then I develop it from there. But there's no rule.
What song has come the easiest to you? The fastest, I guess I should say.
There's a few of them that just came to me like boom, like in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which
those are always the best ones.
Yeah, and it feels really like magic, like you are just being a vassal for whatever's out there, and you're just downloading it. One of them was Mad Man on the Moon that I actually wrote on piano, which is not my instrument of choice, but and it was during the pandemic. I had made meatballs for myself.
Man on the Moon, there was you have a bird solo.
Yes.
You were performing and there was birds in the background and they totally performed for you in your guess.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I remember seeing that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's on my Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Yeah, it was a mockingbird, and the guitar player started going like boom, boom, and the bird would reply, and he would play other two notes, and the bird would reply, and it was just like so.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I wasn't sure if it was real or not. I was like, oh shit, this is really happening. Yeah, I thought that was a really cool clip. Did you have a hard time simulating out here? Do you have any funny stories or any difficult stories when you arrived here? Were you accepted? You've immersed yourself in the song community here, music community. You do all kinds of showcases, storytelling type showcases with a lot of the iconic local Austin artists here, and you've toured internationally. So I forgot what I asked you. Oh yeah, I asked
If
you
I
your
had a hard
experience
time.
when you, how was your experience coming here? Did you immediately was it the right move, did you think, in your heart? Was there like conflict? Did it take some time?
Well, people were very nice to me. People are very nice here, and I am Italian, and usually people like Italians for whatever reason. Italians don't like Italians. We're jaded and we're kind of, but people like us. And so, also 14 years ago, it was a little less. Right now, everybody's talking about Tuscany. Everybody wants to go to Tuscany. Don't go to Tuscany. I'm from Tuscany. It's beautiful, yes. But it's like, there's so many other places. Like, when a trend hits and there's nothing else. Tuscany,
It's
Tuscany,
kind of
Tuscany.
like how Austin was for
Bingo.
the last few years.
Exactly. Like, which is okay. But, so I was well received, and there was a little bit of curiosity, like, who's this girl? She has an accent, and she sings in 4 languages, and so it was fairly easy for me. The music community was open enough. I knew a lot of people, and so they helped me introduce myself, or they introduced me. So, do I have crazy stories? Traumatic stories? Not really. Did I think from the get-go it was the greatest move? I don't know. At first it was challenging, but it's more like a cultural thing. It was never the language.
Yeah, did you speak up? Did you grow up speaking English or
Yes.
learning English?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was already fluent. So it's not that. It's mostly it was more like the culture,
Yeah.
the habits, or even as simply.
Well, I'm from the United States, and I'm a culture shock being in Texas, being from California. I never thought I'd be in Texas.
Right.
So yeah, I feel that.
But even just like early afternoon. What is early afternoon for you? What time is that?
Early afternoon, I would say 1 or 2.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, for me, early afternoon, because everything is later in Italy. So we have lunch at 1:30, sometimes 2.
Yeah.
So early afternoon for me didn't start before 3 or 3:30. And lunchtime, sometimes people would like, oh, let's get together for lunch. Sure. What time? 11:30. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
But that's breakfast.
Well, I used to live in Sevilla, Spain,
Well, there you
and
go.
we would siesta, and it's like early dinner there is
Yeah.
9 p.m.
Yes.
It's like 11 p.m. dinner is not out of the ordinary.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I was the only one ever ordering water. Everyone was always beer or wine. I was like the only one who ever ordered water for dinner. But yeah, I siestaed for quite a few years after coming back here. I still think we should be doing it here in America. We should be taking naps, and everything should be closing down in the mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking it a little slower.
Do they do that in Italy at all?
Yeah. Well, now everybody's moving towards this more Western rhythm and productivity, and everybody's about productivity. I think we are all borrowing the worst part from all the other cultures. Like, there's so much good that comes from the U.S. Work ethic, for example. But the rest of the world is borrowing the worst part, which is you have to be productive at all costs.
Yeah, and that's what was good
not
about Europe that set it apart from America is that it was just better lifestyle.
Yeah.
more the important things, the quality family time, the meal time, the quality of food,
Yeah.
taking it easy, the old architecture, none of this boring stuff that's going on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see how that would be quite the culture shock. Do you have a favorite album that resonates with you more now?
By whom?
Oh, by yourself.
Oh, by my.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. What's
That's a tough question. But I do. There are two that I'm more. Well, I I have one least favorite album, but I'm not gonna say which one that is.
it's probably the best one. It's usually how it is with artists. They hate the best one.
One record that means a lot to me is "Conversation with a Ghost."
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, I feel very close to some of those songs. It was dedicated to well, my father who passed, but also a friend of mine from Austin who was my producer for the previous record, and he passed too. His name is George Reef. Sorry. But also it's the way that record came together really magically, and we there were three of us, me, the drummer, and the bass player Glenn Fukunaga, the drummer Donnie Wynn, outstanding musicians. The three of us in the studio, and in 3 days we just recorded 14 songs.
Recorded here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they were all like first or second take. And it was just so magical, and it felt like we were breathing together.
Are all of your recordings, were they done in Austin or done here?
So I have 9 records out, although the first 3 are no longer available. I wonder who did that. I was like, no, that's so the first 3 are no longer.
Okay.
Yeah. They belong to a different era, so you cannot.
Did you make them in vinyl back then?
No, not the first 3.
Okay.
But excuse me. So 2012 was the first one that I recorded here, which is my third one, and I recorded all the rest of them up until the last one, which was recorded in Italy. So basically, 6 out of 9 are recorded here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the conversations with the ghosts, because I was just thinking about that this morning. Because after this filming, I'm going to a studio. I'm finishing up an album called Ghosts. So your album title caught my eye, and I was recently thinking about it. So it's interesting. What venues out here feel like home to you, or like what? I mean, I guess what venues do you enjoy playing out here the most?
Well, I really like Quacks, Captain Quackenbush, also because it used to be Strange Brew, and that felt really like home to me.
I heard that from a few people.
Yeah, those were great years. That venue was amazing, but also there was a music community around it. It was the kind of venue like the Saxon is, where every time I stop by, even if I don't know who's playing, I always run into someone I know. So it feels very much like the neighborhood hang. Mm-hmm. So I like those two venues, the Quacks and the Saxon. I love playing at the Ophir Center. It's a great room, great acoustics.
It's off Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's that church.
Okay, is that kind of a new venue, newish, or has it been around for a while?
It's not that new.
Okay,
it feels like it, but
is that like a listening room?
It's been like at least maybe 3 or 4 years.
Okay. Yeah, I drive past all the time. I didn't realize what it was, and I've been seeing a lot more.
Oh, it's a great listening room. It's a church.
Okay.
It's still active.
All those listening rooms, do they sell alcohol and drinks and beverages, or is it kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. The listening room thing, I've yet to go to one out here yet, but that seems so appealing to me, that those are out here to actually go and listen to the music. Because I imagine people are like pretty quiet, right? They're there to listen. Yeah. It's not like a bar or normal show where people are like kind of talking and stuff. Like it's
I don't
more focused on the music, right?
Well, you've been to Quacks.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, yeah.
That kind of vibe.
And that community seemed, like you mentioned, it did seem like there's a pretty strong community there because I saw a lot. I went to the Folk Alliance
This year?
the one in last year, the Austin one. So it would have been 2025.
Oh, you mean the Swarfa?
The Swarfa, yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. And I've never heard of that, and that was like one of the coolest things I've ever been to. A lot of people I met there came to your show, and everybody was like all buddy, and everyone seemed to know each other, and I thought it was really cool. And I spoke to some people I'd met there. So yeah, I felt strong sense of community there for sure.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. And I always went to Quacks with my daughter and my partner, getting pastries and coffee. It was always in the morning, and I always wanted to see a show. So
Yeah.
when we planned on doing this show, I saw you were playing there, and then I had just done the show with Natalie not that long ago, and so I'm really glad I went to that. And yeah, that was amazing. You did a really good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I want to go to more. Did you already do the one with Guy?
No, the one with Guy's coming up
When is that?
March 3rd.
March 3rd. Okay, it probably won't be out in
Yeah.
time, but maybe I can make a clip of it.
Yeah.
And
Come
post
to our show.
post it early. Yeah, I never know. These episodes come out in a week, or it could take 2 months. So I want to make sure you promote anything you know that's coming up in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Or just promote whatever you want, and if it's out, whatever. What is you just recently wrote a book? Is it recent or is it not so recent? But you're an author, right?
Yeah. I struggle with the word author because it feels like a little too important.
Well, you're a writer, right? You write some
I,
great songs.
yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on. Yes, I'm an author. I'm a published author.
I should have got the book. I would have had you sign it for me.
Well, so there is one. I have 3 books. One is two are self-published. One of them is just little snippets.
I'm not a writer. Oh, I have 10 books. That's awesome.
just, one is little snippets from the road. It's called Between the Strings.
That sounds interesting.
It's the kind of book that you don't have to read in sequence.
Yeah.
You just open pages.
That's a great
and
title,
little-
too.
Yeah.
Be a good album title.
Yeah. And then the recent one is called Dinner with Giulia, which is my recipes and lyrics and all the stories behind the scenes.
Yeah, I always ask guests on here what their favorite food out here, so I can highlight the food out here. But also, I want you to mention what Dinner with Giulia is,
Okay.
because I think that's super cool that you offer that, and that's something I haven't seen out here, and that's like a very innovative way to get yourself out there and kind of provide a service. I mean, I thought that was very cool. Do you want to explain that a little bit? What Dinner with Giulia is?
Sure.
Sounds like a great date night.
Well, yes, I suppose. So Dinner with Giulia is it happened by accident almost, because I was doing a fundraiser for my 2014 record, and as one of the tiers, the higher tiers, I was offering not just a house concert, but also I was like, hey, I come to your place and I'll cook for you and your guests, up to 8, 10, whatever.
I think that's so awesome.
And so that thing just magically kind of took life on its own. And it became a like word of mouth type thing. And so people were like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I heard that you cook. Oh, you make your grandma's recipes. Oh, would you come over and blah, blah, blah. So I started doing it, and just like that. So I would go to people's houses and cook 4 or 5 courses.
You have a menu, right? On your link tree, you have a...
Yeah, I have a menu, and then after dinner, I play a set of music. Now, it's been several years now, and I don't do it as often as I used to, and I only want to do it for people that absolutely get what the experience is, which is not, I'm not a caterer, I'm not a chef, I'm not, it's an experience that is just a 360-degree experience with an artist. So you don't get just my music, you don't get and my food. It's just, yes, we're eating together, but it's just part of who I am. So I don't want to be treated like a chef, like a caterer. None of that. It's just us spending time together and me giving you what is the best part of me, which is, or the best part of being Italian,
Yeah.
which is the communal part of it, which is we gather, we eat, we cook. You're welcome to, hang out in the kitchen and even help me if you want.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
And then we play some music, we have some wine, we chat, and
Sounds so cool. Yeah.
it's an experience.
Yeah, yeah. What's the most people you've done it for? Is it most like one or two, or have you done larger parties?
Oh no, I've done up to 20, I think.
Oh, wow.
Well, I have an assistant.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And are people very pretty? I mean, that seems like super cool. Hang out in the kitchen with you and talk to you and do all that stuff. Is that usually how it goes?
Yeah, it depends. But yes, people are definitely curious. They like to come and see what I'm doing, and they like to ask me questions. So this is one of the things I do because I love feeding people in every possible sense of the word. I like feeding people. Like whenever people they come over, my friends, I always feed them.
You feed their bellies and you feed their souls with the music.
Yes.
Nice.
And I think one of the things that I love the most is just creating experiences. And music obviously is a huge part of that. And I started creating this 7 magical days in Tuscany vacations. That's something that this year is the 3rd edition. I host a week-long vacation in Tuscany, and we all, I rent a villa from the 1500s.
Wow, sounds awesome.
We all cook together. We go see places. It's none of the touristy stuff.
Wine.
We drink wine. We go to wineries. We play games together. I teach them, like some Tuscan card games. We play music. We just chill. We hang out, and so I love creating experiences.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Do you usually are there like strangers, or is it like a mix between friends?
It's usually like this is only the 3rd edition, the 3rd year. So it's usually there's someone that I know or that knows me.
Okay.
And then that person
Invite some people.
invites some other people. So it's usually a mixture. It's up to 10 people.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So there's always someone that I know and someone, a friend of a friend or the partner of a friend or whatnot. And
sounds like a great trip if you're looking to go to Tuscany. We got your...
This year is already booked.
Okay.
But there's a wait list.
Okay.
There's a wait list.
But on that wait list, sounds great. That sounds really cool. It's very interesting stuff, very innovative to immerse... an artist immerse themselves with that, because as a fan of art, it's like I would love to spend some time with my favorite artists and hang out with them as like a real person and kind of see what makes them tick. I'm friends with Wiley Ross. I don't know if you know Wiley Ross. He painted the iconic Willie Nelson mural.
Oh yeah.
And then it burnt down. Then he redid a new one. But I mean, I hang out with that guy at his house, and it's like we'll be talking and recording music, and then he's like building a sculpture, and then he's painting. It's like he's just doing so much stuff as he's like hanging out with you. And it's just amazing to kind of watch and see that process. How, man, this guy's mind just constantly creating art, even when you're just supposed to be chilling. He's still like picking up a twig and turning it into a stick figure or something. So I thought that was really cool. It sounds like you're doing allowing people to kind of see that process as well.
Well, also, there's a lot of talking around AI and what it's doing to our lives, our brains, the way we think, the way we operate, the way we work. And there's one thing that AI will never take away from us, which is this. People in the same room having a conversation, sharing thoughts, experiences, stories, meals, and whatnot. And so I feel like now, even more than ever.
Yeah, it's more important than ever.
Live music and sharing experiences, meals, stories, it's more important than ever.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I get a sense of the collective consciousness with everyone is kind of pushing more towards that, because we kind of feel that bearing down on us. And I feel like people are pushing to get that human experience more so than ever, because it's really turned me off now with social media. It's like, because you can't believe anything you see anymore. So it's like, I'm getting tired of this, and like the music really hurts when you come across something that just kicks ass, and you're like, well, this is really, really good, and you look into it and it's like, oh, this is fake. This is fake.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you're doing something to combat that. Since we were on the topic on food, what are some of your favorite spots out here? Do you have any like interesting food trucks or restaurants that are your go-tos?
I don't go out that much. I'm a little bit of a hermit, to be honest. Plus, the food in my kitchen is pretty good.
It's hard to eat out when nowadays.
Yeah, I don't go to Italian restaurants because I always end up being pissed off. Like, why am I spending all this money for this? I can make this better. Sorry, I'm cocky that way, but
Rightfully so.
I love El Alma.
That's a new one.
It's not new. It's been
for me.
Oh, for you, yeah. It's a Mexican, but interior Mexican. That's on Barton Springs, almost Barton Springs and Lamar.
Okay.
I love the vibe. They have a great outdoor patio. The drinks are delicious. Even the NA drinks like agua de whatever, like really good. I love.
Is that like on the left hand side? Does it have like is the patio on top?
If you're going from Congress towards Lamar on Barton Springs, that's yes, it's on your left hand side, and it has an outdoor patio that's kind of uphill.
Okay, yeah. I wondered.
It's all white.
Sweet.
And I love appetizers. That's my thing. And so they have amazing appetizers, and so I like that for that reason. I love sushi because of that same reason. Because I get bored. Like if you give me a big plate of something, even if it's delicious, I get bored. So I like little things.
Yeah.
So I don't have a favorite sushi place, to be honest. Also, I can't remember the name.
Have you tried Uchi?
Uchi is the one in South Lamar?
I'm not sure. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I've tried Uchiko, which is the one on North Lamar. It's the same owner.
Okay.
It was delicious. A little overpriced, if you
that's
ask
what
me.
I've heard.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say things, but I say things.
Yeah,
That's one thing that comes with the...
That's a complaint I've had from is people say, if you want to spend money, go here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sushi will get you that way. I love sushi. I always thought it was kind of weird, and I forget, because I've only been in Texas for 5 years, and I forget that we are on the Gulf, and we're not that far from. I don't know that's where they're getting the food from, but when I see seafood, I'm always like thrown off by it, and I'm like, well, we're in the South, so I don't know.
Well.
Yeah, it's still a little coming from the West Coast in California, 20 minutes from the beach.
Right.
That's I forget that. Yeah, I'm out here in the middle of Texas, but yeah, sushi. I'm always looking for a new sushi spot. Don't get to eat it that much. Been all the parasite stuff online is kind of getting me. I don't want to bring that up. It's kind of gross, but it's just again online being influenced by. It's probably all AI.
Yeah, it's hard to tell anymore.
Yeah. Well, speaking of authenticity, your music is one of a kind. You truly do blend the European and the Americana aspect. So I'm really excited for you to share some music with some people who may not have heard from you and people who don't live in Austin. I got a lot of people watch the show who are all over the nation. So
hi, people from all over the nation.
Can't wait for you guys to hear her music, and hopefully you'll, if you don't mind me asking to, will you sing an Italian song?
Absolutely.
What's that, Luna?
Luna la Follia.
Yeah, I love that one. But
sure.
I'll
sing that one.
Balls in your hands.
I'm happy to, if there are requests, I'm more than happy to.
Nice. Do you have any other shows coming up in the near future that you might want to?
It depends on when this episode is gonna come out.
Do you have any mid-March or April?
Yes, I just cannot remember, and I'll
have all your social media up here. I'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
So if you want to check out where you can see Giulia perform next, I'll have her social media all up here, and that's probably the best way.
Yes.
Like, subscribe to her YouTube.
Yes. So I have a few singles coming out this year. So I usually
You have a new one coming out in a couple days, don't you?
March 13th.
Okay.
So I've been on a tight schedule that I never really chose, but I was releasing records every 2 years. Mm-hmm. So I have, like 2012, 14, 2016, 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, it's 2026?
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I not releasing a record? And I was like, no, not this year. So I'm putting out 4, maybe 5 singles, because I'm also working on getting my book published. The one that was published in Italy by a small publishing company, and I'm trying to get it published here. So that's what I'm working on. So for the rest of 2026 almost just started, but I'll be releasing singles and hopefully a book in the fall. And yeah, the best way to stay up to date is to join my email list, which is called Small Bites. Pun kind of intended.
We've been bringing that up a lot on the show, the artists, and I think people forget. Email lists are the best way to stay in touch with artists because of, if TikTok went away tomorrow and Instagram went away, you have no way to, you lose all those fans. You have no way to keep in touch. So the email, back where it began is where it's going to end, basically, where that's like the safety net for artists. So make sure you sign up when you see artists' email lists. It's very helpful to them.
Plus, my email list, my newsletters are really fun. Because I crafted this Small Bite series based on what I need, which is I can't stand long emails. I don't have the time. I don't have the attention span.
Just have AI write them for you,
I still write every single one of my emails, but they're short and sweet. There's always an inspirational quote. There's a did you know, and there's a fun fact.
Cool.
Something to chew on, which could be me sharing a recipe or me sharing a thought or a question, or, and people like to engage and answer. And then there's Wanna Catch Me Live. And
Nice.
At the end, there are my shows. So it's a great way to stay in touch with me, to keep up with, my releases, my dinner with Giulia's, my vacations, my offerings of all sorts. So I would say, please join my email list and obviously subscribe, to Awesome Music Talent YouTube channel, because that's how we keep things going, for with the help of just all you need is one finger.
Yep, doesn't cost anything, takes a millisecond.
Yeah,
and it does the world for us struggling artists out here. I would do that. I do this every show. I always go to end it, and then I go on and rattle off more stuff. I do have one more question.
Sure.
You tour internationally, so I was wondering what is like some of your favorite places to tour?
So to be honest, I was doing a lot more of that pre-pandemic, and I'm still readjusting because there's so many places, connections that dried out, venues that shut down. So as of now, I'm doing mostly Germany. I did the UK last June, and I'm planning on going back in 2027. So Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, the UK, possibly France.
Okay.
We'll see.
Do you get to stay? Do you stay with friends out there when you do that kind of thing? Or do you
usually they put you up.
Okay.
As opposed to what they do here in the States, where when you tour. Like in April, I'm going to Florida and back. I have 2 shows in Louisiana and 3 shows in Florida. Not the just the near part of Florida.
Okay.
But still. And here they don't put you up. Whereas in Europe they feed you and they put you up, which is a really nice thing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, awesome. Well, yeah, again, I'll have your information up here, and let's play some tunes.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
My pleasure.
All right, cool.
Ciao.
This one is Stormy Night in Paradise. I shouldn't laugh when I introduce this song because it's a stormy night, but there you go. Been so long since I opened the door, let the wind blow in. The smell of change never felt before, a shiver from within. I don't know how to do this right. I try to run, I try to hide from a stormy night in paradise. I walk the line, never moving straight, step by step, eye for eye. Winding roads will lead you straight, face to face with your lies. I don't know how to do this right. This is just a roll of the dice, a stormy night in paradise. I don't care what people say. You only have one card to play. Lay down and place your bet. You never know what price you get. Look ahead straight into you to see what's going on inside. I'm not so sure if you tell the truth, if you're really by my side. I don't know how to do this right. I open my mouth, I don't think twice. It's a stormy night in paradise. I don't know how to do this right. I open my mouth, I don't think twice. It's a stormy night in paradise. A stormy night in paradise. A stormy night in paradise. This is Met Man on the Moon, and I didn't know who I was writing this for or to until one day I was in Telluride, Colorado, playing this beautiful big house concert series, and I said, this is Met Man on the Moon, and the lady of the house said, oh, I bought this house from Neil Armstrong's wife. And I was like, oh, that's it. So, Met Man on the Moon. Morning comes, I'm on top of the world, holding my breath, dreaming the days wrapped in mother of pearl. The silence within, like a brand new song, melodies, words and notes I haven't heard in so long. Ooh, I'm a fool by night, a caged songbird that longs to fly, madman on the moon, lost his crazy head in a dark balloon. Clock on the wall makes its way through the day. Piles of seconds, thoughts and cares come and fly away. Ooh, I'm a fool by night, a caged songbird that longs to fly, a madman on the moon, lost his crazy head in a dark balloon. Come to me, your silver cage. You share your stories, your memories, they bring tears to my face. Ooh, longs to fly, a madman on the moon lost his crazy head in a dark balloon. Ooh, I'm a fool by night, a caged songbird that longs to fly, a madman on the moon lost his crazy head in a dark balloon. Okay, this is Mi chiamava Lulu. He called me Lulu. Il soffitto parlava, la stanza girava. Quando chiese il mio nome io ingoiavo parole con accento straniero. Lui seguiva un pensiero che portava lontano, oltre un lago gigante dove il freddo è costante in estate e in inverno. Con le spalle alla notte e il mattino alle porte, la finestra si apriva e la luce feriva come il sale negli occhi. Lui mi porse un bicchiere e mi versò da bere, come una porta aperta su una vita diversa, su una nuova stagione. È una storia rubata alla legge del tempo, quando dentro un albergo il rumore si è spento e percorsi la stanza in un passo di danza, non mi vide mai più. Mi chiamava Lulu. Mi spogliava ricordi come fossero fiori, i bagliori d'infanzia e i momenti peggiori. Poi prese il cappello dal fondo del letto, scese le scale dalla cima del tetto. Io mi ero svegliata in un colpo di ciglia, restavo in silenzio pensando a mia figlia. Giorni passati a lenire il dolore, notti trascorse a inseguire l'amore. È una storia rubata alla legge del tempo, quando dentro un albergo il rumore si è spento e percorsi la stanza in un passo di danza, non mi vide mai più. Mi chiamava Lulu, non mi vide mai più. Mi chiamava Lulu, non mi vide mai più. Mi chiamava Lulu. This one is I Dance My Way. I woke up alone in the middle of the night. Full moon through my window flicked the cold side of my pillow. I tossed and I turned, I wasn't feeling right. Stubborn rhythm in the back of my mind, being chased in my dreams like a dog chases a bone. Stumbled down the dark hall, banged my head against a brick wall. Stars and birds spun around my head, my feet begin to slide. I wanna dance my way, I dance my way, no one can take that away. It's my time to play, that's why I dance, I dance, I dance my way. Ostinato chorus, the rhubarb verse, the pizzicato strings my body from my toes to my lips and back out into the universe. I wanna dance my way, I dance my way, no one can take that away. It's my time to play, that's why I dance, I dance, I dance my way. Been told many times I should dance and sing and rhyme, but this is my chance to do my own dance. I don't care if it's right, it may as well be wrong, but it's mine and mine alone.